Hello, you're watching ERi-TV and welcome to English News Broadcast. These are the major headlines. Prime Minister of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Dr. Abiy Ahmed, arrives in Asmara. 9 patients diagnosed positive for COVID-19 and tests carried out today. The global COVID-19 case and vaccination coverage continue to rise. And Suez Canal continues to be blocked by a huge container ship. The local news. Prime Minister of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Dr. Abiy Ahmed, arrives in Asmara in the afternoon hours today for a 2-day working visit to the country. Upon arrival at the Asmara International Airport, Dr. Abiy Ahmed was accorded a warm welcome by President Isaias Afwerki. The two leaders will discuss on bilateral relations and regional developments. The Prime Minister's delegation comprises Dr. Kane Yadeta, Minister of Defense of Ethiopia, and Dr. Abraham Belai, Minister of Innovation and Technology. Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Osman Saleh, and Presidential Advisor, Mr. Yamana Gabra, were present at the welcoming ceremony. We have an announcement from the Ministry of Health. 9 patients have been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 and tests carried out today at quarantine centers in the southern and Gashbaka regions. Out of this, 7 patients are from quarantine centers in Dibarwa 6 and Araza 1 southern region. The remaining 2 patients are from Adibara 1 and Ordet 1 Gashbaka region. Sadly, an 80-year-old female patient who has been receiving medical treatment at the hospital in Mendefara has passed away. The number of deaths has accordingly risen to 9, while the total number of recovered patients stands at 2,962. And the total number of confirmed cases in the country to date has increased to 3,192. Ministry of Health, Asmara, March 25, 2021. The Bee Farmers Association of the Central Region pointed out that it is exerting efforts to develop bee farming activity and thus supply the market with honey at a fair price, stating that the association that was established over 18 years ago has been striving to supply the market both in quantity and at a fair price. Mr. Habta Abgahad, chairman of the association, called on the concerned authorities to take punitive measures on those who are selling unsafe honey products. I pointed out that the honey products that was about 95 quintals in 2018 has currently reached over 600 quintals. Mr. Gabrihiwad Fasil, secretary of the association, said that with the increased honey production, the price of 1 kilo that was 300 nakfa has been reduced to 119 nakfa. Mr. Mikhail Tekle, private honey farmer, said that he owns 50 beehives and is supplying the market with fair price and called on customers to check on the quality of honey before they purchase one. The prevalence of communicable diseases in Tsarat administrative area, Ginda subzone, has dramatically been reduced thanks to the sustainable awareness-raising campaigns to the public. According to Assistant Nurse Ahmed Haj, head of the Tsarat Health Station, the prevalence of communicable diseases on children under 5 years of age has been reduced by 70% and on adults by 72%. Mr. Ahmed also said that Tsarat Health Station is providing health service beyond Tsarat to the residents of administrative areas of Agombosa and Sheikh Omar. The beneficiaries express appreciation for the health service they are being provided and express readiness to apply the advice they received, including conducting regular environmental sanitation activities with a view to prevent the prevalence of communicable diseases that occur due to lack of sanitation. And now back with international news after a short break. Welcome back. The total number of confirmed COVID-19 cases globally surpassed 125.7 million today, with the death toll exceeding 2.7 million. and the number of recovered patients has exceeded 101 million. This according to data from World Meters. The United States has surpassed 30.7 million confirmed cases of COVID-19 today. Brazil surpassed 12.2 million cases, and India has recorded more than 11.8 million cases, respectively. Earlier this year, the jungle city of Manaus in Brazil sent shockwave across the globe when run out of oxygen, with deadly consequences, turning the city into the world's COVID-19 epicenter. Brazil is approaching 300,000 COVID-19 deaths, and it set another weekly last week with more than 2,200 deaths, according to Johns Hopkins University. Regarding the COVID-19 vaccine, AstraZeneca said its COVID-19 vaccine was 76% effective at preventing symptomatic illness in a new analysis of its key trial in the United States, slightly lower than the level announced earlier this week in a report that was criticized for used outdated information. A giant container ship the length of 4 football pitches has become wedged across Egypt's Suez Canal, blocking one of the world's busiest trade routes. Low tide overnight has slowed efforts to dislodge a massive container ship that has choked traffic in both directions along the Suez Canal and created one of the worst shipping jam scenes in years. The Ever-Given vessel ran ashore diagonally across the single-lane trench of the southern canal on Tuesday morning after losing the ability to steer amid high winds of a dust storm. This according to the Suez Canal Authority and a statement. It is now blocking transit in both directions through one of the world's busiest shipping channels linking Asia and Europe. Egypt's Suez Canal handles about 10% of international maritime trade and is one of the world's busiest waterways, providing a crucial link for oil, natural gas, and cargo shipping between the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean. It successfully sent 36 OneWeb satellite into orbit yesterday as the London-based company continues its recovery from a tough 2020. The European launch provider launched the Soyuz rocket from Russia's Far East at 10:47 local time today. OneWeb satellites should have begun to deploy in groups of 4, with the 9th and final group expected to deploy at 2:38 a.m. and if all goes according to plan. The satellites will circle Earth in a near-polar orbit at an altitude of roughly 450 kilometers, which is slightly higher than the twisted equatorial orbit of the International Space Station. This was the 5th launch for OneWeb overall. The satellite constellation, this under still construction, aims to offer access to the Internet in remote areas using multiple Internet protocols, including 3G, LTE, and the Wi-Fi, according to launch provider ERi-TV. Tokyo Olympic torch relay begins at a sign of hope in Japan amid COVID-19 curve. The official countdown to the postponed has begun as the first group of runners carried the Olympic torch through Fukushima, the first taste of measures that organizers insist will ensure a safe and secure event in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic. After a brief opening ceremony on a football pitch inside the J Village training complex, members of the women's football team began the torch's 120-day journey through 859 locations, culminating in the opening ceremony at the Olympic Stadium on the 23rd of July. Siko Hoshimbo, the head of the Games organizing committee, said the start of the Olympic Flames journey was a sign of hope. The relay bore little resemblance to those that have preceded every Summer Olympics since it was first held at the Berlin Games in 1936. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.